Hello, Do.
It's been a week.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just had a thing with not Grendel, Otto, aka Epsilon, because I oopsie daisy forgot something as part of a session, so I quickly fixed that.
I see.
Yeah. How's your week been?
It's been pretty good, you know.
Good.
Nothing too outstanding, so.
Fair enough. So, let's see here. I'm going to give you a watch together link. It is infinitely better than the bots or playing it by yourself, so we will be using that.
Okay.
When you join, let me know what time it says for you when you join it. I don't know if it would. I'm trying to just figure it out and play test it a little bit. Trying to make sure everything
Saying
is
invalid access code.
good. Invalid access code. Okay.
And send me to like the front page to create a room.
Invite. Maybe I have to give a new one. There you go.
There we go.
Okay. And as soon as you load in, just let me know what time you're at.
51 seconds.
Okay, cool. So it does seem like it syncs up to you, so that's pretty nice. Everyone's synced, so I'm happy about that. Now we actually have a functioning media player.
Yay. Hello, Epsilon.
Hello, how's it going?
Everybody
Ooh, hello, Leadbed.
Hey, Led. Hey, Epsilon.
Sorry it took so long. I wasn't expecting to spend that long in the loo.
No problem, man. No problem. So I sent you a watch together link.
Yeah.
You were right at the beginning that watch together is just infinitely more superior than any other option so far.
We
So-
all will learn eventually.
Yeah. So now what I would like to do is something that's a little bit weird, but can you all of you in a normal voice of like how you speak just go ah for a little bit so I can fine tune some audio balances? Wait. Okay. All right, keep doing it, like all of you, just for a little bit longer. Sorry. All at once. Okay. That sounds the best, guys. All right, beautiful choir.
Alright, we'll have to work on our harmonies.
So Led's at 66, Epsilon is at 84, Dew's at 67. So just if you're curious.
Can't you bump me up a little bit higher?
Demoted.
Then again, like, I don't know if I'm using my headset mic or my condensed mic right now. But if it's my condensed mic, then my audio might change throughout the session as it has an adjustable volume knob, which sometimes gets smacked around or turns around by itself. I'm not sure what it's like. So if I get too loud or too quiet, let me know and I'll see if I can adjust it. Maybe it's using that right now.
Thank you for letting me know. All right, so
Let's see.
did everybody see my recent chat message about the new GP costs of attending Batavia?
It's no longer $5 million.
You're correct. It is now 600 GP. And this is just due to because the 50,000 GP was the previous rule, and since I'm now going with USD, basically things are getting calced as that now.
Okay, I defined that question mark. I'm trying to find the link.
For what?
To get in session. I'm getting it now, don't worry.
You should favorite it one of these days. Let's see. Does this work?
Does what work?
I sent you a link.
Yep, I'm in. I'm already in.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, a little bit of wordage to what your class will give you. The weapons and items that you receive as part of your class when we enter into Batavia proper are items that are going to be marked as training. Training marked items are items that are a little bit worse for quality. They have a -1 to the stat application of what it is. So armor, for example, is -1 AC, shields are -1 of its AC, and then weapons have the -1 to its attack roll. Now.
Yeah. Bat? My password is not working. I can't join.
Let me take a look.
Should be it, right?
Yeah.
It's not working. Oh, there we are. What the I'm sorry.
No problem. Let me reload my game. Okay. So yeah, back to what I was saying is that the items that you receive from your class are items that will be marked as training, which will have -1 to its stat application. Items that you received during your background or our duets do not have this penalty. And these items that you are bringing with you into Batavia are the named magical or otherwise nominal items. So, for example, lead, your armor would come with you, just as an example.
Yep.
But the weapon would not, since it's just a basic weapon of Silene.
Alright.
Okay. And I will speak more about what the training tag means and, of course, how to acquire proper weapons. So, let me play this music. Going over this session is going to be, unfortunately, 99% story and speak from me. I'm going to be doing a massive blurb of text and motions. That way we can get it over with. So our next sessions and thereafter, hopefully you don't have any sort of grand monologuing. This session is heavy for this because it is Batavia, our home center of the game. All right. Any questions so far or about anything? Okay.
So, I got a bunch of stuff from our last session, but... So, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff from the last session, but I'm not sure how well I wrote it in. Like, it's there, but I'm not sure if it's been properly integrated into my sheets.
Like what? We can take a look.
Like the features.
Okay, let me take a look. This session's very casual. We're trying to get your guys' character sheets set up. So
yeah,
the features...
Yeah,
let me come
pretty
to
much
our
everything
chat.
under other features.
Which specific feature are you looking at?
All of them, I suppose. I'm not sure if I ever really wrote in the manifestation thing correctly. Just like, if everything looks alright, then it's no issue. I'm just asking you because obviously I don't really know the ins and outs of this tabletop browser very well.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. So I can help you out. Let me just go back to the last song since we're not in session. Okay. So I can help you with this, and we're going to use your Guardian Manifestation as if it's acting like a spell. That way you can select a target, click on the new spell, quote unquote, and apply the effect. Let me open up. So this is the effect. I will create a spell for you.
Macro, that was what I was looking for. I'm not sure if there's a macro I need to set up.
With the macro, you can kind of drag and drop your spell into your little macro hotbar, and that can be used for it.
I have no idea what that is.
Where's what?
Macro, like a macro hotbar. Is that
At the bottom, do you see like 1 through 0? You can just drag and drop like your greatsword, for example, down there, and then you click on that, and it'll automatically roll your greatsword.
That would have been very nice to know.
Yeah.
Right, thanks.
No problem. How many uses did you have of the ability? I forget what I put. Yeah.
You can.
Was it proficiency bonus?
It doesn't say.
I'm gonna say it's your proficiency bonus.
Makes sense.
Okay, and then I will do that. Okay. I went ahead and set it up in your spell. So you should be able to just click on that. And it will cast it.
Bingo, thanks.
Okay, cool. All right, let us get started with the actual session. You all have finally arrived to the Great Wall of Batavia. It has been a long, long journey for each of you. The Great Wall of and let me go ahead and open up a journal for you guys so you guys also have a reference. Did that pop up for you guys?
Oh, hey, yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
So just keep this open because this is what the reference image of what you're looking at is. Okay. The Great Wall of Batavia looms impossibly tall, a marble giant stretched across the horizon. 634 feet high, which is 193 meters, of pale white stone climb into the sky, curving from the jagged edge of the World's Edge Mountains and wrapping itself between the valley. Even from where you stand from a great distance, the wall gleams with a brilliance that tells you it is cared for. scrubbed and polished every week to ensure its posterity. As the center stands the Great Gate, only a handful of guards are visible. 6 guards stationed firmly by the entrance of this colossal gate. You see officers of the guard standing on the sides, looking down at the crowd of people. More soldiers can be seen in the gatehouse above and along the top of the wall, all in a unified union. The glinting armors of Batavia shining through sunlight, dancing off of them. The point of view, the perspective of this, it's kind of loose. So just keep in mind you're in the general vicinity looking at this, not exactly the person I'm describing from their point of view. Before the gate, a wide moat runs through the carefully carved canals. The water glistens with dazzling sparkles of sunshine. The design for the water to flow smooth and deliberate, all masterfully crafted with elegant purpose. 2 massive barbicans flank the gates, each bristling with heavy fortifications. Etched along their faces, you see runes faintly glowing, pulsing with a restrained energy. Each of you know that these are much more than just mere decorations, that these sigils awaken in times of siege, their power strengthening against the scale of the threat, the wall rising to defend the realm. At the base of the steps of the Great Wall, it is sectioned off with a stanchion, its colors of deep crimson velvet, the surface catching the light with a soft sheen like fine wine under a flame. Fabric bound in a frame of polished gold, the metal worked smooth. Every curve and edge of this place is neither ostentatious nor plain, but has a refined, regal look. Along the stanchion is several more guards to ensure no one crosses it just yet. You come to a crowd of creatures from all across the realm, hundreds gathered here to witness the next rite of first crossing. Looking around, many nations come together. You see a siren levitating, covered in reef attire. 2 older sirens levitating with her. Her siroform is alien to all of you. Flowing fins where a mane should be, with a long serpentine body coiled elegantly. Her scales gleaming like polished glass, a dazzling display of colors. Every motion of the sun catching it, scattering its colors across it. Each turn of her body is a liquid grace, every shimmer of light among her form hypnotic. Her eyes are vast and luminous, a strange sensation washing over you as you hear a beautiful low hum of a song. Sirens, walking contradictions, creatures of beauty, of light and melody, yet is an apex predator who thrives on the very allure. Let me know if I'm speaking too fast, by the way.
It's alright.
Looking away from the siren's call, your gaze locks on something far more terrible. Another stark visitor from the depths of hell catches your eye. A male centipede, one of the Hive of Change's creations of hell. The creature bears a changeling half like a twisted centaur. Chittering its body undulates with unnatural speed. 33 segmented legs crawling at the ground in a skittering rhythm against the polished black stone. The glossy plates of its insectile hide glint like oil, slick and black, broken by streaks of green ichor that drip where the joints strain. Eyes glancing upwards, emerging from the writhing body of the centipede is a torso of a changeling, fused like a grotesque centaur. Its chitinous flesh twists around exposed bone, wings torn into tatters. Face stretched in something between hunger and agony. The mandibles jutting from its jaw clack together with every breath. Its gaze hollow and lidless, the gaunt disposition between what is natural life and unnatural conquering clear as you turn your gaze. Diamond dogs, griffins, ponies of all types and fashion, kirins, zebras, yaks, and so many more creatures gather in front of the great gate of Batavia. You hear the sounds of a horn behind you, a new convoy arriving. The Order of the Sun's guards marching in union. In the middle stands a caravan being pulled by some guard. However, the guards look odd. And I'm going to be sending a picture into chat of what these guards look like. And this is the guards from the Order of the Sun, which is from Daybreaker.
In Foundry or Discord?
It'll be on Discord under B. Actually, I can do it in Foundry. Let me just do it in Foundry. That way everything's all neat. Let's hope the aspect ratio doesn't get killed by this. Okay, it's fine.
Ah.
Interesting.
My next.
Well, damn.
Ah.
In the middle stands a caravan being pulled by some of the guard. However, the guard looks odd, different. Their bodies ashen black, fire burning off their manes, slit eyes for pupils. Their bodies cracked with fire running through them. Amongst the crowd, you hear the murmurs, "It's her demons. Disgusting." And another, "Her grace has blessed us. I've never seen a Custos Salune before." You would look over there to these guards and immediately recognize them. These creatures are an elite unit for solar eclipse. These creatures are blessed with divine gifts, and as such, during the day they turn their Aurorian Custos form, which is the Golden Guardian. They are pinnacle of martial and ranged combat, trained ridiculously hard and disciplined even further than that. However, these creatures change shape depending on the time of the day. During the night, they transform into their Noctis Custos, Guardian of the Night form, where their magical prowess exceeds even most archmages, though their magical prowess is limited in spells that they can cast. These creatures, as you know, are a walking sign of the Selunian theocracy that they truly are above everyone else in sheer power and resources. From the carriage came out a rather dapper male unicorn, a noble-born, clear as day. He wears a friendly face, with two others come out, one gothic-looking earth pony, and another rather cute, but extremely nerdy, looking with her huge glasses, bat pony. You see them thank the guard. The guard bows and turn around to head back to the theocracy. Some time passes by. It is quickly approaching to be 12 o'clock. And then you hear it and feel it. The ground trembles. A low rolling thunder hums through the clouds. Growls of engines and a wicked smell of fire. Glancing upwards, you see the sunlight dim as a large object wrap its cloak of shadow around you all. Descending into the valley through the mist like some sort of ancient beast of legend, an airship looms. A leviathan of brass and steel, its hull painted in the proud red and brown colors of the Commonwealth of Menelidil. Why did that not repeat? A crest of the nation bears its underbelly and front bow. Its wings spread across the prow. Massive canvas fins billow and shift with mechanical and precision. Runes sparking faintly along the seams of the woodwork. Words embroidered along its hull, HMS Victory, with a subtext of Fleet Tempest underneath. The sheer size of this monstrosity is oppressive. 250 feet, 76 meters, of pure might. Your gaze catches the cannons. 3 decks of them, row upon row, run the length of the hull. The upper tier jutting out just slightly above. Sleek black muzzle long guns on the sides, with the middle of the ship carrying much heavier cannons. Their wide bronze throats soot-stained from countless firings. Chained and locked in place like war beasts at their leashes. It's clear now, this is no mere vessel of passage. It is a declaration, forged in iron and fire, a message from the Commonwealth itself. The sky belongs to Menelidil, and Menelidil alone. Up ahead, you see a white griffin with a blue uniform, descending from the airship to join the rest of the crowd. Creatures gather round. asking him all about the ship. Time passes, and it hits 12 p.m. Horns blare, this time coming from the gates of Batavia as the clock turns to its new, fresh hour of 12 p.m. From the top of the gate, banners all across its wall fall from its top, unfurling itself, the banners of every nation fluttering in the wind. Commonwealth of Menelidil, Minotaur, Hive of Change, Space Planet, Holy State of Arad's gold and white, Silene Empire wings cradling a moon, and the Selunian Theocracy's bright white, gold, and red wings with a star and moon. Each nation in support of Batavia, a truly unified place. A female unicorn with a white coat and red mane steps forth at the center of the gate. Her voice, enhanced by thaumaturgy, booms outwards. Welcome to Batavia! Beyond these gates lie a land unlike you have ever seen. Here, every stone hums with history, every coin carrying a whisper. Batavia is a crucible, a proving grounds, the edge where dreams are tested and legends are born. You have come far and wide, scholars, soldiers, mages, mercenaries, drawn by the promise of glory, of knowledge, of redemption. You stand where thousands once stood, beneath the gaze of marble giants, ready to carve your names into eternity. But heed this, Batavia is not generous. The soul of this land is old and watchful. It will test you. It will test your mind, your body, and your spirit. You will bleed, you will falter, and you will question if your cause was ever worth it. Yet, for those who endure, those who dare to rise again, will not only find treasure, money, knowledge, but transcendence. So raise your head, adventurers. The rite of first crossing awaits. Before you lies the world reborn, a tapestry of wonder, miracles, and monsters. Step forward with pride and step forward with courage. And remember the words that guide all who pass through these gates. Batavia is a game of fate. Welcome to Batavia. Step forward and let the world recognize your legend, or be consumed by its burning star. In front of the gate, down below the steps, the guards move the stanchion away. The entry to Batavia awaits. Crowds form and start to come through. At the gate, you are organized by the red-maned unicorn that was speaking into columns of 3. And you 3 are the first to step into Batavia. When I transition map here, do not move. As soon as you load in, again, don't move, but let me know when you're here. Let me get ready for the next.
Oh, hey, black and white.
Is everyone here?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm here.
Yep.
Okay. So right now you're at the gate. You sit just at the gate. A large wooden barrier blocks your vision from what lies beyond. Gentlemen, what you're about to witness is a testament of my 4 years of crafting Batavia. Every single person you are about to witness has their own story to share. You sit at the gates, hearts pounding of the future. You hear them and step forward. You hear the choir and see everyone. The choir of voices. You see everybody around, every single person here, each having a story to tell you. all handcrafted by me. You step forward and march. Many, many people behind you. It's kind of hard to move for everybody.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my goodness.
That is quite the crowd.
Oh my goodness, there are so many tokens.
Everybody here all has a story. Not one person here doesn't, except for the guard. The guard's kind of a package. It's a package deal.
Dang.
But this is the culminated work that I have been spending forever now on. And just to make this a little bit easier, I'm now just going to move you four instead of everybody. Because it's getting a little bit messy. Okay.
I didn't know tabletop could lag.
So,
oh my goodness.
I meant
I might ask you for some token art after this. Oh my goodness.
yeah, no problem. I have like thousands of tokens I've made, so yeah, I can definitely do that. Take specific notice of color borders. Every person here, like I said, has been handcrafted by me, which means that they have their own nation that they have arrived from. So the token colors are representative of where they came from, and their story may have a part to play in that. Now, the red maned unicorn.
A small issue.
What's that?
I still see black.
Oh no. Refresh?
I did refresh.
Okay, let me try
Already.
this.
There we go.
Okay, you just had like a dead token for some reason. Well, do you see everybody?
Oh boy. Yep.
Yep. And these guys behind are the ones that are part of, your group. Anyways, you see all along the crowd of the entire valley, young, old, wealthy, poor, strong, wise, every facet of life is here, all for you. You see people with artifacts of their adventures, their equipment rippling with magical energy. Just then, just above you, you hear an ancient dragon give its scream, and out from its clutches of its claws drops confetti into the valley.
Nice.
So now if you look along the path, there's confetti.
Nice touch.
As you begin to walk forward with the... Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go.
This is going to take forever to brush out of my name.
As you walk forward, you can see off to your left here, there are the Selunian Theocracy Angels of the second and third triad. There's 3 of them in total. Their alicorn bodies with wings and horns, looking at them burns the mind. Their movements, a concept anew each time they move. Terror and peace exist at once. Your mind uncomprehending the beauty and horror, the serenity and violence of its perfection. Looking to your right, you see rich and snazzy people, clearly hailing from the Silene Empire. As you walk forward, sorry, again, lots here. As you walk forward, you can see off to your left that the twin gods are there, along with the Order of the Sun and the lunar ordained soldiers, with the Silene Empire's twin gods standing at either side of the Duke of Batavia, Bartholomew. The twin guards are large, Silacri and the gilded prophets covered in gold, jewelry, regalia, her beautiful form combined with the most expensive materials the world could ever buy. Then her twin sister, Nissel the Nothing, a more druidic appearance with vines wrapped around her body, lotus leaves worn as a crown on her head. You would know, due to your certain position, that these Solar and Lunar Guard were actually gifted to Batavia as a gift. So they're working closely together. As you walk forward, yet again, gonna cause yet more whiplash, off to the right, you see a group of sirens in Draconequus of the unofficial Ouroboran Concord Nation. The Ouroboran Concord Nation is a nation that is exclusive to the Silene Empire if you're a siren or a Draconequus. Grendel, you would know that the Ouroboran Concord is beyond the Veil Shield, that massive fog wall, and that this nation is home to strictly only Draconequus and Sirens, a place haven for them, a rampant wild jungle of chaos. You move along forward, and up to the left, you see demons, hellspawn of Hive of Change, their forms twisted, disgusting, causing agony upon looking at them. Their forms, their bodies, completely unnatural. You see flesh, bones dripping off of them, multiple eyes where one should only have two, and multiple mouths. These disgusting creatures hail from the Hive of Change. And finally, Otto, since you came from where you did with firearms, I'm just gonna move a little bit further. So this girl right here, well, the one that I moved. Oops, there we go. This girl right here is holding a really weird looking gun. It is carried by a pink pony, and the rifle has a very long barrel. The firearm is pink in nature and boasts a weird, estranged sight on it, a scope. The firearm, which is pink, the sight reflects shimmering iridescent colors. The firearm also has sharp edges. The very make of this is unlike any that you could ever seen or have thought of before. Finally, after all this walking and talking, you guys finally arrive to Batavia proper. Welcome to Batavia, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Now,
I think something went wrong. My screen's black.
You should have
to
vision.
save fog.
Okay, let me do this. Is that better?
I don't see any. I'm gonna reload real quick.
Okay. Do the rest of you have vision?
Yes.
Do?
Yep.
Okay.
Still do not have vision. Give me a moment.
Okay. What's weird is that this map doesn't even have like vision enabled or anything like that.
Sorry, you have to download more RAM.
Maybe I do. Oh my goodness.
Also, how long was this walk? Because on the world map, the gates itself are,
It's a long walk.
It was a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's why it's 60,000.
Everyone's like they're handing out the cold ice water that's like $50 along the way, so you don't die.
Lemonade for $7.50.
So, Led, are you?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm able to see it now. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
able to see now.
So
Oh,
this
nice.
down here, for your guys' information, this little 20 is what's going to be what's called a party token. You guys can change it if you would like to a different picture. You just have to send me the picture. But this will be representative of where your party is currently traveling. And this place, as you might know, if you take a ruler across it, I believe. For some reason, my ruler's not working. Okay, the ruler's not really working. So this place is massive, and it's a lot bigger. It seems like this map didn't get updated to the correct distance, but this place is massive. You wind through the valley, Batavia coming into view. Rivers of glacial blue water weave through the cavern. Their currents splitting and converging around the central plateau like veins feeding a heart of civilization. Small falls spill its shimmering arcs from higher ledges, their mist catching the lantern light, scattering it into halos of color. Bridges of wood and stone cross the waterways, each lined with lanterns that sway gently in the cavern. Why can't I keep saying cavern? The valley's subtle breeze. Terraces of polished marble and mossy pass. On the right, again, more whiplash, get ready. On the right, Batavia's own university stands. On the wall, fortifying the mountains, is the administration district. Hedges, roads, architecture, all masterfully crafted. Crystalline ruins glow faintly under the shade of crimson-leaved trees. Colonnades and domes rising from the carved terraces. The red-maned unicorn will be at where your party token is, will finally introduce herself. As you see two more ponies, one very big-looking minotaur and one Pegasus, stepping forth. The red-maned unicorn finally introduces herself. I am Astral Heart, your year's guidance counselor. I will be your tour guide this afternoon. Batavia is unique. Through our technological advances, we have learned a secret on how to unlock abilities to further evolve us. These abilities, called classes, shape you into whatever your dream may desire. To showcase this, Mrs. Lileia Radiance and Sir Gurak Stark are here to demonstrate their abilities. We will go in much more detail on how classes work later, but for now, Mrs. Radiance is a Sun Soul Monk of the 3rd level, and Mr. Stark is a Berserker Barbarian. They will demonstrate a spar to showcase their enhanced capabilities. Just know that the higher level you are of these classes, the much more powerful you become. You start at level 1 all the way up to level 20, where our Duke, Bartholomew, stands. These two here behind me are of the 3rd level. Why is it not repeating? Repeating is on. Lileia and Gurak bow to each other. The spar begins, the monk dashing to the side of the barbarian, her forward part of the body reaching low to the ground as she delivers a uppercut horse kick to the barbarian's neck, the power of the force upheaving him from the ground. Flowing from the somersault, she delivers a flying crane kick into the stomach. The barbarian falls to the ground on his knees, the monk delivering a roundhouse kick to the side of his head. As she did a flip backwards, her hooves alit with flame, she sent 2 flying fist strikes right at the barbarian. Enraged, the barbarian grabbed a hold of her leg as she was sent spiraling down. Using his massive strength and her momentum, slammed her body hard into the ground, causing her to gasp, revealing some cracks starting to sprout from the marble floor. As the barbarian was going to hit the ground, he stuck out his arm out and used it as a platform to get on top of the earth pony. Reeling back his fist, he launched directly at her face. And from you guys, the amount of force that this barbarian is putting behind the punch. By the way, sorry, she was a Pegasus. Or sorry, Earth Pony, not Pegasus. From your guys' perspective, it looks like the barbarian is not this fight isn't really a friendly fight. The objective here seems to be to kill each other. As the Minotaur launched his fist to her face, her patient defense kicked in and used her right hoof to push the blow to the side as her right rear hoof came again crashing into the hips of the Minotaur, sending him reeling just as the fist slammed into the marble floor, crushing a half-inch of tile into powdered dust instantly. As the Minotaur was sent 8 feet to the side, he tried getting up, but his lower legs failing him. A paralyzing strike from the monk. The monk knew he wouldn't be able be down for long. So she jumped, aiming over him, sending him into a twirl of small explosive flying fist strikes as she was going over the Minotaur. She did a hammerhead strike as a huge loud audible thud as she brought her right foreleg down with her veins alight in bright white hot radiance onto the head. The Minotaur's veins then shuddered alight with the white hot radiance of the sun-souled monk. Looking at this would have normally killed any pony. After the strike, the air was still. Not a sound was given. Suddenly, breaking the silence, "Ow!" came from the Minotaur as he rubbed his head, and he got up. Legs already gained composure from the paralyzation. He stood up, rubbed his head, and the white hot radiance fading out from his body. He turned towards the monk, who was smiling at the Minotaur. The Minotaur put his hands to his hips and let out a laugh. "Ha! You win, Mrs. Radiance." Astral then took a bow towards the Minotaur, as the Minotaur returned the gesture. "You put on a good show, Gorak. That first hit nearly took me out, and I would have surely have died to the second strike had I not deflected it." The Minotaur raised one of his hands to the back of his head. "I knew you would have survived the hit at least," he proclaimed, clearly a bit embarrassed. Around you, cheers ring out as the two warriors clasp hand and hoof together, standing side by side, bowing towards you guys. Astral steps in front of the crowd, using her magic amplifying her voice. "Congratulations to Mrs. Lilia Radiance and Sir Gorak Stark for a nice sparring showcase. This is a show of how strong and resourceful that one day you will be. Your next stop will be at the Lunarian Observatory to help you with choosing your own class and style. Remember, choose what you aspire to be. Give a hoof and hand to a big thanks to these two as your spectacle fight. And there will be another fight at 9 p.m. at the end of the month between Douglas, our champion fighter, and his retinue of adventurers versus our general, Pyrex, a battle master fighter. A 4v1 fight. This will be a very high level fight and the pinnacle of fighting. And then people around you begin to erupt with lightning at the prospect of seeing an extremely high level fight, their chance to see their future. Astral Heart begins to go up, and she stops by the fountain, which is the outlook of the place. Okay, playing new music. Any questions so far? Again, I'm blitzing through things to get through.
It's scary.
How often are you gonna kind of, well, I wouldn't exactly call it a full break, but directly call out 5V's mechanics?
100% of the time. In Batavia, there's a system called status magic, and Batavia is well renowned of this. Status magic is quite frankly 5e put into real life, quote unquote, in Batavia. Batavia is the only nation that has these classes available to them, which is why I didn't want you to start there. And it will be going in a little bit more depth on how it works, but basically it's a DNA resequencing using DNA grafting. And this will
Yeah, I
modify your
believe-
genomes in order to allow a certain growth-like ability to happen.
Yeah, I think you've explained this to me before. I wasn't expecting you to put it so in my face, like put it in our faces so much.
Oh yeah, it's going to be blunt into your face.
Oh boy.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so this kind of spectacle, though, would be rather terrifying because any one of their blows probably would have been lethal to anybody else.
That is correct.
Yeah, okay.
Specifically, the monk went ahead and activated Flurry of Blows, and Sunsoul has a specific thing where it can launch basically balls of radiance at the target. So that's kind of what you saw here with all of those attacks. Every attack here is translated 1-to-1 to what a third level monk can do. You saw that the monk fought with a lot of attacks, and the barbarian is just one strong attack. And as well as the flexibility of them both. You begin walking up a winding path on a mountain. Around and below you, there's a city made entirely of stone and marble, like something out of a fantasy tale. Each building a masterpiece of intricate carvings and tall spires that seem to touch the sky. People move through the streets, but from up here they look tiny and peaceful, almost like figures in a painting. As you climb higher, the spokesman guides you to a large gathering area that overlooks the valley's entrance to Batavia. In the middle of where you stand, you see a large circular fountain with a marble statue of two mares dancing and singing with water sprouting up around them. There are lovely cherry oak benches. There are lovely cherry oak benches that you see many adventurers studying on. They're relaxing, and some of them look up to your group of newcomers. Those that look up at you smile and wave. You can see some of the items that they wear are glowing with runes. A sword in particular in a perpetual state of being on fire. Another adventurer wearing a cloak around them, tossing some stones up with the gravity of these stones seemingly weightless. Upon further inspection, you see the various pebbles are floating around him. In the distance of the balcony, there are ponies and creatures flying around or hanging out, some with wings and some without. In the distance, you see the mountain pass that you came from, with people racing each other and flying around with these hovering rings and obstacles. On your left, you see on the other cliff's mountainside, you see a large academy that slightly resembles a mountain with multiple slightly smaller buildings scattered around in front of it, with large grass courtyard and small figures in the distance walking building to building. On your right, just at the edge of the balcony, is this singular bridge going into a mountainside with a large castle-like structure built into the mountainside, walls lining all the way around it. From this spot, you can take in the entire city, the marble buildings glowing in the sunlight and casting soft shadows on the streets. You realize that the observatory stands out just above you. Right here. A symbol of knowledge and wonder, where scholars and astronomers gather to study the sky. Welcome to Star Square, where you'll be able to see the suns pass. On the left, you can see the Academy of Batavia and the residential district just behind it. On the right, you can barely see the administrative district. Any questions about these two areas? Okay.
Is that where we go to pay taxes?
No, it's a parliament building
Okay.
for other nations. It's also an embassy. Becoming a little bit... Alright, adventurers, now that you know just a little bit more about the area, we'll head straight to the Lunar Observatory, where you'll be able to choose your class. There is a lot to choose from, and I am positive that regardless of the class you choose, you will find it exemplary. Becoming a little bit exhausted by all these steps, you recognize that you haven't really seen much of any creatures walking up these steps and mountain. You see a few of the ponies in the benches, but a lot more creatures are in the sky. It is the Grand Lunar Observatory, perched at one of the mountain's peaks. Its dome shines in the sunlight, decorated with silver patterns that sparkle like stars. The whole structure is like a work of art, with celestial designs etched into marble walls and delicate metalwork adorning its entrances. When you finally reach the observatory's entrance, you pause for a moment. The view is breathtaking, the city blending with the mountain landscape, the craftsmanship of the buildings contrasting with the natural beauty around them. It's a scene that both feels ancient and timeless, where creatures' kind creativity meets the splendor of nature, all under the serene gaze of the sun. You turn to head inside to greet a large circular room, large enough to hold hundreds of people, with a large marbled circular desk against the wall with 8 lanes. The marble's desk is adorned with beautiful etchings of every nation combined, from the Forge of Menelidil to the sky cities of the Silene Empire. Looking above, you see a large stained glass depicting a caricature of each class, with the center of the room, roofless, looking directly into the shimmering, beautiful sky. The room, supported with extremely large pillars that are directly beneath the stained glass of the classes. The observatory's floor extends through the pillars, wrapping the area around with a 3-pony-wide balcony. The room is breathtaking, and you feel enthralled by the absolute state of serenity of not only the art, but also the view around. Then it hits you as you begin to walk through the pillars. Through the pillars, you are suddenly able to see everything. A full 360-degree view of Batavia from a bird's eye view. Despite the observatory not being at the highest peak of Batavia, you see other newcomers move through the balcony as you hear a shriek from a mare as she steps out. Curious, you step through the pillars and look around you. You are completely above even the highest point of Batavia, way higher than any point in Batavia. You estimate that you are 100 feet above the center of Batavia, 100 feet above the Great Chamber. And looking behind you, you don't even see the observatory at all. Instead, you see smaller pillars about 10 feet tall where you came from. You can see completely through to the other side, through the invisible observatory to the other people on the other side of the balcony. You hear other people's audible gasps, shrills, and excitement from the others as they move around the balcony. A few cling to the floor with their hairs rises, scared to move. You look directly down and you see the lunar observatory directly below you. One question was asked that kicked everyone's attention to an orange Pegasus stallion. How do we get back down? Do we fly down? Suddenly, murmurs, panic. You realize, too, that there is no railing in the middle of the pillars where you could just fall back through when you just land on the marble desk and die. Eventually, people step back through the pillars despite the empty circular part of it, and they teleport back inside of the room. As you re-enter the observatory, you see the mare desk ponies giggle amongst themselves. Absolutely favorite parts of the event. As you look through the pillars, you see a few scared ponies, faces peering back at you, or rather, the entirely invisible observatory with no inner railings. "Welcome back," a few of them say. Curious, you look up towards the center of the room's opening roof, but you don't see any creatures. I feel like things are kind of getting lost and confused. So basically, the observatory in the middle has a dome, and the dome looks directly into the sky, which is where the invisible observatory is which is hanging 100 feet above the greatest point of Batavia, the Great Chambers. However, this structure is invisible up there. It is merely a closer look into the stars rather than it being at the ground. It is at the highest peak up.
So, okay, like, I like to roll Arcana.
Feel free.
Because is it like a teleportation to a physical structure, or is it rather like some sort of clairvoyant spell that there's like a remote sensor that people are being observed or observing from?
So I can go ahead and just give you the answer since you experienced it.
Okay.
It is a teleportation gate. And what it does is it teleports you about 500 feet above where the Lunar Observatory is. And this is your entrance and exit. So it is real up here. You are actually up there. It's just a teleportation gate that is leading you up and down.
Interesting.
As one of the creatures, as one of the adventurers questions the middle desk, one of the mayors speaks out. It would be rude to look up and see people up there. It would ruin the view also. So a ruined glass was put that it was completely invisible and makes other creatures both ways invisible to each other through the glass. This also helps during storms or rain so we don't get soaked either. There's plenty of mysteries around Batavia, all with their own taste of mystery to behold. As you saw with our observatory, do be sure to poke your head around to see how many you can find. She looks towards you, smiling warmly. Now choose your status magic, or class, which propels us far beyond conventional limits. It's a journey where each step is to be taken with purpose and determination, unveiling capabilities once deemed to be impossible. This magic isn't just about achieving the extraordinary, it's about redefining what's possible and inspiring others to reach higher, to dream bigger, and embrace the power within themselves. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have that is to my knowledge. Afterwards, we will go ahead and get started on applying to a class. Are there any questions? Yes?
No, I'm not in character right now. I'm not sure I can get over just how fourth wall breaking this is. It's kind of screwing with me.
It was part of the session posting. Like, the whole recruitment posting had the status magic in it.
Where? Like in the announcement?
I think it was in the advertisement of the game itself.
Yeah, I think so too.
So,
But it was pretty much like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was, I think the idea of it is that it's basically the blending of the 5e rules into like a loreful reason of it. So
correct.
that is kind of the way that it's rolling and stuff like that.
I will read it verbatim, the post. So to answer, it's a bit of both. Essentially, D&D in this game is a new unique thing, a new part of life. Batavia only opens its doors once every 5 years, and it is very exclusive and expensive to get into. If you're curious about how exactly it's part of life, go into BA Process of Creation and look up status magic. You'll find a lot there.
That's probably why I didn't get the memo. I did go through process of creation, but I mean there is a lot there. Yeah, there's a lot in there. Oh my goodness.
Enough to have, I don't know, like 4 years of updates. Yep.
Yeah, there is a lot there. Yes.
If it's not something that you're comfortable with, or that's something that you could get over, it would be advisable not to play. Because D&D classes in this game of part of Batavia is a core integral part of it. It is its very identity. It is why you have arrived here.
You know what? I'll postpone my concerns until after session. I'll just roll with the punches for now.
Okay.
Sounds good, man?
Yeah.
Alright, You continue.
She hands all of you an animated pamphlet. On the first page, you can see this title of Status Magic in You, with the symbol of, if you would like to try to figure out, you can go ahead and roll an intelligence check or history check, and the DC is 16. If you would like to find out more information about the symbol.
Nope. It's a cool
History
symbol,
or
though.
what did you say?
Intelligence.
Or history, yeah.
Nice.
Yay.
Led,
So,
do you want to?
what skill was it?
History.
History or intelligence?
History. Intelligence.
Oh, wow.
He is really smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So, within Status Magic and You, it shows you a bunch of symbols, but it's kind of foreign to the majority of people. Dew and Grendel, you would know it somewhat. You both are a little bit familiar with it. The symbol is made by the Hive of Change, and that Status Magic was a program developed by the Hive of Change in conjunction with the Silene Empire. The symbol is a DNA symbol, and within what is DNA and DNA grafting is something that you can do as part of a highly specialized surgery option in order to change bits of sequenced DNA about yourself, bits of information. This technology, this science, is far above what the rest of the world has, and it is a little bit more secret to the Hive of Change and what it has. As you look through the pamphlet, through the threads, flipping to the next page, you see your eyes a floating display of numbers and words stating your attributes. Above it, in brackets, says example. Blinking causes the vision to go away. The mayor exclaims, "This is what you would see with your own Status Magic. With your own Status Magic, you could change the UI however you would like and also make it larger or smaller, or even simplifying it, if you only wanted to show you and your allies' health, for example." Inside the Damveni, the monster portal, as well as those allied to you if you're within the vicinity, you'll be able to see each other's stats if consented. For monsters, you'll need to kill a certain number of them in order to reveal their whole stat card, but kill by kill will reveal information about the subject. You cannot view other Status Magic that you aren't allied with or not consented for. You also can't view the stats of people and creatures that you do not have the Status Magic outside of the Damveni. This can also be upgraded, your Status Magic, with various effects with Batavian coins, or bats as they are called. Any questions?
Wait, the Batavian coin is called bats?
Yes, is this...
That's really
Nice.
funny.
Yeah.
I started looking around for the little animals, like bats.
And that's with two T's, actually.
Oh,
Ah.
Very different, distinctive.
what?
You wanna know something? I'm in the exact same mindset as Grendel right now. What the am I listening to?
Yep.
Yeah, the accessibility mode comes on and it starts speaking. You're like, what's going on?
This has blindsided me. You know what? I think it would blindside Grendel too. Still trying to old bird's still trying to process all this.
Batavia is a technological place that is far ahead in terms of science, artifacts, and skill than any other nation. It was part of the job posting that you are becoming a legend here, that it is a completely unique place to the rest of the world, and that upon graduating this place, your skills, your handy set, is incredibly sought after. You flip to the next page, revealing both an animated griffin and a changeling mixing together potions with another changeling in a lab tote writing down what's happening. Status magic was made by the Silene Empire in the Hive of Change as part of a treaty deal. Silacri, the consulary of Silev, and our founder, funded this entire project by herself, where once the project was completed, 20 years after, Bartholomew, our lordship, was elected to rule over Batavia and her subcolonies. Batavia itself was named after the currency that Bartholomew brought back when the Dame Vinny was first discovered. The currency, which was originally named Baht, which was Bahts, from the old dialect, since on the coin it showed both the sun and moon, with the sun with Pegasus wings and the moon with Thestral wings, with the side of the coin having a design of web-like characters with divots as the holes. Since Bartholomew's nickname is Bat, and it had a bat side of the coin, it sort of stuck to the name, where Bat's coin naming the country Batavia. It stuck especially so as no matter what he brought out, any weapons or armor, it would all be turned into coins. The Batavians are also the only currency you can use to upgrade your status magic, and while you can exchange it for another form of currency, you cannot exchange others' currency to Batavians. It is a one-way street. Any question about the history of Batavia or bats?
How old is he?
Batavia's not a super old place, but let me pull it up.
Didn't you mention at the gate that Batavia was an incredibly old place?
It had a lot of history.
The land is. The land is old.
And it also seems like, so the Dane of Vinny is also a relatively new founding from Bartholomew. So
Batavia opened its gates for the first time at 825 PST, and it is the present year of 853 PST.
Oh my gosh.
So just over 25 years.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Like I said, very much a new nation.
So, like, the oldest adventurers have only had status magic for 20, 30-something years.
Correct. Batavia, even though its doors first opened at 825 PST, it has existed for a long time. It just wasn't ever developed. It wasn't ever open to the public. It wasn't ever its own nation.
Oh, okay.
It was part of the Silene Empire.
And then they broke off from the Silene, or?
So, the Silene Empire went ahead and had a treaty for the vassal states now of Batavia. Batavia is a vassal to Silene Empire. However, the Silene Empire cannot call Batavia to war. Batavia is its own independent nation. Think of like Switzerland during the wars, right? They're on their own.
Right.
Okay. As you thumb through the pamphlet, you can see the rest of the pages that each page is outlining a class with an animation of either magic, battling, or praying type of scenes displayed. The pages outline what the class is, as well as some of the options available for the class called subclasses. After you select a class... Oh, sorry. Goodness. So it is time to go ahead and select a class, each of you. Do? What class would you like to select?
I'll go with sorcerer.
Okay. And Epsilon?
Otto will choose Artificer.
And Lead?
Well, Grendel's gonna go through the options, kind of thinking to himself. He would kind of like turn around to see if you know who followed him in, but seeing that she's not around, would turn back to the pamphlet. And he is an older bird, but he's looking at these and he's not entirely sure which to go with. But his eyes dart between Paladin and Pfizer, before eventually he kind of rolls his eyes and blindly picks out Pfizer. Stick with what you know, Grendel. Stick with what you know.
Well, I wish you luck on whichever class you want to be. She pulls out a small magical rune necklace with the class symbol you chose and puts it around each of your neck. Here, take this and tap the pillars that the class you have chosen with this here pendant. Have fun and be brave. But I also must mention to you that when you select your class, you will be undergoing DNA grafting. It is completely safe. It alters your DNA structure to implant the class's functions to help you grow. You will be unconscious during this procedure, and once the procedure is finished, you will have selected your class and will be able to use status magic. Once finished, please come see me again at the fountain where we were just at. There will be one final tourism spot to show you.
This process isn't gonna hurt, right?
No. It is completely... You quite literally do not feel anything.
She literally just said it's harmless, lad.
Well, she said it was safe.
Oh,
There's a big difference between harmless and safe.
Oi, fair enough.
As you walk towards your class, you tap the pendant to the corresponding pillar. You are instantly teleported to nothing. An abyss of black and cool blue ahead appears out of the blue mist, a podium appearing with paperwork and a blue pen. The paperwork outlines waivers and consenting agreements to the procedure to modify your own DNA structure. On the podium shelf below the top is a blank piece of paper with the title outlined questions. Upon touching the paper, you may ask any question you have and it'll be answered immediately. If you don't have any questions and want to continue, go ahead and sign your signature. So last chance for any questions for classes or how things work.
I suppose Grendel would quietly mumble to himself, "Gene lass, what have you gotten me into?" before then going to sign the paper.
Do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read over the forums and be like, alright, I don't know if this is what it takes. And I just start signing away.
And Epsilon.
Otto will go ahead and how long will it take to go read through basically the equivalent of the terms and conditions?
So there's a lot there. A lot of it is keeping you under NDA, so you can't disclose what you have seen. And in addition, it also says that if anything does go wrong, they have the right to arbitrate in the Court of Law of Batavia, and that you can't take the courts anywhere else. It's
that's
fun.
hilarious.
Yep. It's
If
a
our
fun...
operation fails, you can only use our court for deliberation, which we definitely will not
Yeah, no
possibly
bias.
screw you over. And you might just become property of the state. That's cool.
I see nothing wrong with this.
But other than that, it's normal legal jargon.
Wonderful. The only question I guess he'll ask is, will he live a long, natural life?
The mists from the clouds in the distance begin to form structure of words, and it forms the words, "Fate is what you make it."
How ominous. He will, after weighing his options and having no more further to go through, he will go ahead and sign the papers.
As you sign the piece of paper, the podium in front of you envelops into a yellow-white star before flying upwards. Looking upwards, you see a stream of galaxies and Milky Ways, stars glistening back to you. In your mind, a loud, soothing voice calls out, her voice like silk, purring at the very edges of your hairs. Sleep. She whispers as you feel a ice-cold embrace wrap around your forearms, pulling you into a hug. And as the ice-cold embrace happens, you feel your veins from her touch on your forearms spread and around your body, feeling your entire body become ice. You drift backwards, eyes lolling into a close as you feel the world slow around you. A pressure in your chest becomes hard and your body convulses, fighting death itself. Soon your body stops, and slowly you feel your body become warm, too warm. As you open your eyes, you see nothing but pure white room with golden rays coming from the window. You feel the window's golden rays wrap around your body, and the tendrils of light into your chest. Suddenly, you're awake in a room. Looking around, you see a changeling and ponies gather around you, their voices slurring. You shake your head, and you can gather a few tail ends. Has been completed. Vitals are stabilizing. Subject is waking up. You see the changeling peer over you and puts a bright light, shining light into your eyes. Glad to see you're awake. The procedure was a success. You should now be able to use status magic. I will send a request to be allies for you, so you can get used to it. Take it slow at first, but you should be able to recover completely and quickly. You are now in the administrative district, which is south of Batavia's main spire. It's supposed to be west. As you wake up and regain consciousness, you notice a blinking notification with a bell icon. Without thinking about it too much, when you look at it, it opens. Dr. Ocelli von Miasmus, 46, male, changeling, would like to be your ally. Would you like to accept?
What the
This is quite strange.
Yeah, it is.
Decline.
I had to send it to me again.
We're actually getting like MMORPG friend requests. What the actual cluck? What? I was not expecting this.
I think Otto is going to be a little bit more perturbed that there's a changeling in front of him. He's like, what? Uh-oh.
Well, to be fair, Commonwealth, Menadil, and Hive Change are kind of buddy-buddies. But they are still seen as terrible creatures.
Yeah. Well, I guess he couldn't help himself, could he?
Yeah, I'm actively shrinking back away from this changeling here.
That's fair. Okay, do any of you accept it?
Yeah, we're all scared of the weird, doctor in front of us. I guess I will hit accept. Why not?
Okay. Maybe I should have put a pony. As you accept
clearly, we're all racist.
As you accept it, it pulls up his information. You can see what he is. He is a cleric of life of 7 with a druid of spores 4. Looking over him, you see his stats of 8 strength, 10 dexterity, 12 constitution, 20 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 13 charisma. You can see his health, condition, spells, name, race, sex, and alignment of lawful good. I can see yours as well. When you accept an ally, you reveal your status to them. Health, when not upgraded, will go from dead, dying, critical, wounded, scratched, and healthy. At any time, you can navigate and be able to you can navigate and basically remove people from your party list. The procedure we did on you was injecting you with a virus of sorts, which corrupts your DNA over time, and by use, not with status magic, it'll eventually go dormant, which can be quickly retrained back up to the height you were at. How are you feeling?
A little sore.
It is normal. We did operate on your DNA. A bit of idle chatter goes by, and eventually he says, "Right, well, from here you'll head out front our facility from the administration district to go across the bridge to gather back to the fountain overlook." You see another changeling open the door and step forward to greet you. Glad to see you're awake. I am Miss Mirith. Pleased to meet you. If you'll follow me, I'll lead you out of this facility and get you onto your way. As you pass through the halls, this place looks completely foreign to anything you have seen before. White marbled hallway with ghostly lights above you. You walk to the end of the hallway where there is a large black gate guarded by 2 Batavian elite guards on each side of the gate. Mirith flashes a badge at the guard, to which the guard turns and flashes his own badge to the gate. The gate folds inwards with gravitational magic, then moves each of the triangular pieces that was the door to the side of the gates floating in front. You exit the building and she escorts you through the small cut valley of walls and mountain back to the bridge. Please join Miss Astralheart again at the fountain. As you eventually make your way back to the fountain, let me move this here. Astralheart is there, and you see some other adventurers that were around, just recovering from the procedure. Good to see you all again. Sorry for not being able to make introductions during this rush time. I am Astralheart, soon-to-be wife of the Solar Shield family. Could you please roll a history check? With advantage considering your position. I guess it doesn't matter.
Nice. Easy.
Okay.
2 nat 20s next to each other.
Let's go for 3.
So, you recognize the name immediately. The Shield family. They are a powerful family in the nation of the Theocracy. And as who you are, would know that this family deals a lot in infernal artifacts. Due to their power, wealth, and status, they have been repeatedly forgiven for handling such heretical artifacts. Despite this, however, they are extremely loyal family to Daybreaker. The only thing that mars their reputation ever once has been the artifacts. They boast potent teachings to recruits. They have crafted the very definition of being a shield. Oftentimes, they are brought into any branch of guard to teach about defense. Astralheart will speak, looking over each of you. Her nerdy smile look brings ease. What are your names? And where do you hail from? What class did you choose?
Well, I'm from the Selunian Theocracy.
Oh, that's where I'm from. Good to meet a fellow Theocracy member.
Yes, I have heard of your family.
You have? Well, it's no surprise. Well, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Stu. What class did you choose?
Likewise, and I chose Sorcerer. It seemed to call to me, really.
She goes ahead and lets out a giggle. Sorcerer, huh? I happen to be a sorcerer as well. Do you have any idea of what subclass you may be going for?
The way of the storm, I feel.
What a coincidence. Yeah, I'm also the way of the storm. It is very much a pleasure to meet you. If you have any questions about the path of the storm, feel free to speak with me. It's good to see a fellow Aspire.
Indeed, I think we'll have lots to talk about in the future.
Indeed. She turns her head to Otto. And you, sir?
Now, is this someone from Batavia proper, or is this a peer?
So this is Astral Heart, who is the counselor of Batavia.
Right, okay. So, never mind. I think Otto is a little bit perturbed that he hears she is from...
No problem. Knowing your history with the Saloon Theocracy, I can see why.
So he will give rather minimal answers. Well, it's enough that he is still relatively friendly. Well, I have chosen Artificer. That, I believe, will be most useful.
Just like the inventors of the Commonwealth. I look forward to hearing about your creations. I also see as part of your equipment form, and she kind of leans in as a whisper, just in case if you didn't want to reveal it to anybody. You have a firearm, right?
If it is necessary that you know such things, yes.
So as you are checked through the gates, your equipment is logged for what you bring in.
Yeah, Otto will kind of take one of his talents, his right talent, and he'll kind of like straighten out the clothing that he has. While kind of like staring intently at.
And by the way, if you ever want to
Astral Heart.
If you're ever holding your weapons out here in Batavia, you can do so freely. It's not against the law to brandish any sort of weapon, as long as it's not used to brandish against somebody.
It's an open carry kind of state.
Yeah, it is, and concealed. Okay. It is good to meet you, Otto. I look forward to seeing all sorts of inventions that you create. I am particularly interested into creations. I, unlike my fellow Theocracy members, do believe that inventions are the future. I don't believe that magic is the answer to everything.
I sort of snort at that.
And that's totally fair.
Seems like you chose poorly.
I think I chose correctly.
And lastly, you, sir. What is your name? Where do you hail from? And what class did you choose?
Grendel, Silene Empire, Vicer.
Ah, nice warrior stoke type. I assume, looking at your colors, you are part of the Emperor's Guard?
I'd rather not get into it, lad.
No problem. It is nice to meet you, Grendel. She goes ahead and looks to all three of you. As part of Batavia, we organize adventuring parties based on a little bit of divination. Naturally, people line up with their friends, so we do our best to accommodate that. Party sizes ranges from as little as 3 members to a maximum of 5 members at a time. And parties, when officialized, can see each other, their conditions, as part of the status magic. Their names will be in the top left portion of your vision when you choose to activate status magic. I have assigned the 3 of you to be part of one party. If at any time you would like to join a different party with their permission, you may do so before you reach level 5. In addition, if you feel you've made the wrong choice of class, you are permitted that until you reach level 5, you can reset your class to choose another one. This procedure of reversal can only be done once. And when you level using experience points, you may also choose a different class to also level up if you so wish. Any questions before I go? As she looks up to see a new onset of people coming. Okay. She nods. It was nice meeting you all. And with that, she leaves, talking to the next party, leaving room for you to introduce yourself to each other, to describe yourself, how you look, and what class you are, as status magic also shows what class you are by an icon. It can't be hidden from each other.
Well, wonderful. I suppose Otto will introduce himself first. My name is Otto Bluecrest, and seeing as we will be sticking to each other for quite some time, we should get to know each other, even if we don't become friends. Otto will glance very slyly towards Dew. I can trust that we can all at least work together for the time being. I hail from the Commonwealth, a place where we have had to work hard to survive. And I ensure that whatever it is that we set out to do, that we do put our best foot forward.
Likewise, I'm Dew. You've probably already heard I'm from the Selunian theocracy, and I pretty much grew up under the care of the church. It's nice to meet you both.
Grendel?
Sorry, what? Sorry, someone was talking to me.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the other two?
Right, who was speaking to me? I'm sorry.
Otto and Dew had introduced themselves, so we're mostly off by ourselves.
Right, well, you would be seeing this griffin in chain mail armor to plate, kind of looking around as if he's expecting to see someone. He's an older griffin too, you can tell that, and he's, well, not quite missing an eye, but you can tell one of his eyes has been slashed over.
In stark contrast, Otto is quite rather on the young side of things,
Yeah,
perhaps
but,
without the battle damage.
yeah, but the moment you speak up, he kind of like almost jumps. Oh, sorry.
Continue.
Well,
yeah,
seems
Dew
like this is
and
our
Epsilon.
group here.
Both Dew and
What's that?
Epsilon are on the younger side. They are pretty much the same age, right? Dew, you're 22?
Yeah.
And Epsilon, you're 21, right?
I have mine as 18, but it can be 21. It's fine.
I guess that
didn't know
depends
what-
if you want to drink or not.
Yeah, no,
This-
this griffin is clearly in his mid to late 40s.
Well, this is really depressing. A griffin who can't drink? That's...
Excuse me, can't drink?
If he's
you know,
18.
I guess, yeah, it's only illegal if they catch you.
Some time passes, and eventually... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, the moment that you speak up, he would kind of jump around and turn to you. Oh, sorry, lad. You said something?
Is he talking to Otto?
Yeah, you were the one talking to me, right?
Yeah. He's like, yes. Why, I was just explaining that, it might be a little bit difficult going drinking. It might be a little bit of problem unless, someone like our elder here might be able to sponsor a drink. Yes?
Oh, lad, I can help you out.
Drinking age of over in UK is like
I can see
16 or
we're becoming
15.
fast friends, at least.
To give you some insights, the world of Batavia in its entirety, the drinking age is 18. So there isn't much of a worry here, though it is heavily frowned upon for 18s to drink, because it seems like when you just reach the age to be able to drink, people kind of look downly on that as a sort of, he's probably going to go overboard and not think about what he's going to be doing.
Don't worry, I'm sure Otto has a very high wisdom score. He knows when to stop.
Uh-huh.
He can
Yeah,
stop
very high.
at any time he wants.
The wisdom score is kind of a dump stat here for me.
It seems like, I won't say for others, never mind. Some time passes, and about 5 p.m., before everyone is back and accounted for. Looking around, you see a total of 24 people, including yourselves, were given permission to come inside Batavia. Many people from all across the world love to see the once in 5 years rite of first crossing. Family members, friends, all gather to support their family. 24 adventurers, split into 6 groups. Adventurers of your year's entry. Exploring Batavia for the first time. Batavia is surely impressively big with a lot of stuff here, but there's something else. Something missing. Astroheart gathers you all around, all 24 adventurers. She stands in front of the water fountain. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you for what you see all around you, from the grand building, the lunar oratory, the guild hall, the guardhouse, the solar forge, the administrative district, the university, and the regular housing. What do you think of Batavia? Some people will call out and say that it's really nice and lovely, and how people are confused by the new technology that they have never seen before. Various Hive of Change members will mention that they have seen these similar technological advancements like the door or medical practice back in their own country. But to the rest of the world, it is completely foreign. Hive of Change is a highly technological place for science and medicine, but nothing else. She nods, hearing various people call out their opinion. Something stirs in each of you, though. Something is missing. She looks over to your group, seeing your faces crease in thought, and she smiles. Otto, Grendel, Do, what do you think of Batavia?
Impressive. Wasn't quite know what I was expecting, but it wasn't quite this.
Indeed.
It certainly seems like an interesting place. I'll have to take my time to get to know it.
And Otto will chime in. It is like a diamond in the rough. Something that truly its immense power and beauty has not been fully appreciated.
Agreed. Tell me, then, Otto, do you know what is missing? What is missing from Batavia? Do, Otto, from your knowledge, memories, and time spent from inside Moonvale, and from our background, Otto, you're questioning of Beck and Claw. You heard that Batavia is a massive market for knowledge, artifacts, treasure, otherworldly items, and that Batavia itself is a massive market of trade. But all around, you don't really see a market.
Well, even the people as well. Well, I guess there's nothing in this city. Most of the people are just flying around.
It could also be answered that since it's your guys' first year, your first entry, it's kind of your reign of the show. Think of it as like a parade and how things are sectioned off.
Ah, okay.
At least that's one interpretation. What is missing?
Mostly the people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And what of its ruler? Its king.
The Duke of Batavia is our ruler. He resides in the Great Chamber in his own private quarters. He is currently helping clean up the place that we came from, the valley. As for your answer, Do, people, that is correct. There are a good amount of creatures here, but we are a city. Why have something so big and so massive for so little? Follow me. Batavia is, as you guys are walking back upwards now, she will say, Batavia is known to host many secrets within these walls. Entire worlds unseen are had all around us. Come, and I will let you in on a little secret. She moves forth up the steep mountain, past the tower of the Great Chamber building, leading to a dirt path that winds around the mountain. When going down lower in Batavia's mountain, the veil lifts as you get right next to it. Ruined glass, intricate carvings glowing very faintly in a hue of green-blue, almost barely shimmering. You see the glass is about 3.5 inches thick, enough to stop an arrow, maybe something more. All of you can roll a history check if you would like to know what the ruined glass is. Do, you would have to do it with disadvantage, because this isn't something you would know. Or know too well, I mean.
He knows more than I do, apparently.
Can I roll?
Yes, that's what I said.
Right, it was history, okay. Yeah!
Oh
Time
my
now.
gosh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Second time now, Griffin's my man.
Alright, your time spent with your father as a forge smither has definitely come in handy during this time. Do, it was a long shot, but you're piecing together your pieces quite well. Otto, this isn't something that your father or Felix Beckenclaw would ever really dabble into, as it's just not their area. The ruined glass is more than enough to stop a bullet, or arrows for that matter. The ruined glass that you see before you is 3.5 inches thick. To stop a bullet, you only need about 3/4 of an inch to walk on top of the glass safely. But 3.5 inches thick is completely overkill, unless it was meant to stop a cannon. Who knows how much the runes add for strength? This material, this glass, comes from the Commonwealth of Menelidil, a well-kept secret of the Commonwealth. This ruined glass is seriously expensive stuff for just a square foot of it. But this, you look out across the ruined glass, a dawning realization across your face. The entire valley around Batavia is covered in this stuff, like a large invisible plate. One burning question burns in your mind. Just who made all of this? The Commonwealth of Menelidil, pinnacle inventors of the next age, from automatons, airships, firearms, cannons, and illustrious ruined glass. As you walk below the glass, you hear it before you see it. The whispering waterfalls, now a cacophony of noise and sound. Welcome, everybody, to the Batavian Market. The entire valley around you covered in buildings, even smaller floating buildings. Even more realization sits in. Batavia is even bigger than anyone could have imagined. There is tons of peoples and creatures, the sounds of bustling people chattering and laughter in the distance, seismic roars of unknown eldritch creatures in the distance. The entire place is incredibly massive. Underneath the ruined glass, dropping about 100 feet, is the Batavian Market, covering from the lower parts of the Batavian upper sphere all the way close to the waters down below. Below this marketplace is the rivers where the rivers fork. You see nothing down there unless the ruined glass was also obscuring the vision of what is down below the valley. Surely not, of course. That would be too expensive for not only just money, but also labor. But in fact, yes. Just like the plate above, there's another plate with all those buildings that are stood on top of it. Looking around in the sky of the market, you see flying dragons, a team riding them, one of them flying a giant turtle. Small flying shops arranging into coffee shops, food stalls to a giant unfolded scroll that hosts a sky-hot spring on top of it. Down below, you can see what appears to be a taxiing service that allows people to ride on magical creatures, either to fly or to walk around. There's makeshift streets from shops guiding people, and what appears to be a main street on a corner is a decently sized restaurant saying Two Mares Diner, with a picture of food on it. Astral Heart, seeing your guys' glance over there, says, Two Mares Diner is the Duke's favorite place to eat on the regular. They serve breakfast and lunch at 6 a.m., but close just after 4 p.m. As a general rule, buildings that are large are placed on what we loosely call the ground floor. The higher up the place is in elevation, the smaller the building space can be, with only ground floors allowing for multiple stories. The exception to this is the Sky Springs. It was put forth in an effort for luxury getaway from the noise, and since government or government buildings can be in the upper sphere, it is extremely nice up there. Your own little cut of the world. I highly recommend checking it out. It's absolutely serene and quiet up there. Now, Two Mares Diner is a breakfast place and lunch place. They don't operate during dinner hours. If you're looking for some dinner food place, I can wholeheartedly recommend the Home of Batavia, which is on the right from Main Street, 3 stores down to your left, serving from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Can anybody guess what Mr. Bat's favorite item is for breakfast? One of the adventurers raised their hoof. It's an omelet. Astral shakes her head no as you continue to wind down the mountain. Anyone else?
Grendel is like being a smile, but he's holding his tongue. Because he knows, like, whatever he would say is just not the answer.
That's fair. Absalon, would you know this? You should.
I'll let Do go first.
Biscuits and gravy?
No. But close. It typically comes with biscuits and gravy. But there's also another answer. There's 2 answers here for breakfast.
Grits?
No. Absalon?
Alright, is it the breakfast batterito?
It is the breakfast batterito. Filled with all sorts of crap, from potatoes to eggs, bacon, ham, and it is such a lovely dish. Another answer I would have taken would also be hash browns. I'm a fanatic for them. For weapons and armor, I certainly recommend our friend Katarina over by the Forge of Daybreak. For spell scrolls and accessories, I recommend Mistra and Papyrus Peculiarities. Now in Batavia, a lot of shops are locked off until you reach a certain level. As you level, new shops will come available, like Papyrus Peculiarities. And finally, I recommend the Griffin's Nest. It is an inn and tavern. It may look small on the outside, but it is definitely spacious on the inside. This is where you can sleep. Not for free, mind you, but your first 2 weeks are all free. All of you share one floor of the building. You finally arrive at the base of the market. You see the hubbub of streets and the absolute buzzing nature of it all. Here is all the people. Everybody is down here for the most part. Now you are off to do as you please. If you need to contact me at any time, I am in the Great Chamber on the surface. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will get with you tomorrow morning to discuss things further. During your first week here, you will be taught the basics of combat and survival to help you inside the Dame Vinny. The Dame Vinny, after this week, will be available to everyone to come and go as they please. Now, don't forget that the end of the month is Pyrex versus Douglas. If you would like to go watch the event, it will be in the Ruby Gauntlet, located here. That's an arena building. Any questions before I depart?
Grendel will actually raise a talon.
Yes, Grendel.
I was expecting a family member to be coming in with me. Do you know where they are? We arrived at the gate together, I think.
For all intents and purposes, Grendel, or Led, that was never part of our plan. The plan was to get you into Batavia.
Fair enough.
And the nobles went ahead and sponsored you due to your...
Right, fair enough. Okay, just curious.
Now, our class size for pupils, there was only ever 24 of us admitted.
That is correct. There are 24 of you this year, yes.
I guess like Otto's like, he's like, huh, interesting.
Now, there are...
Did we get shown our quarters, by the way?
That will be at the Griffin's Nest, which is the inn and tavern.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we have 2 weeks of board there.
Yeah,
And then
for
we
free.
become homeless?
Now,
Nope.
I will mention...
Fair change.
I will mention
Yeah,
that the week-long teaching you the basics of how to survive and stuff, this isn't stuff we're going to go over because it's not of interest. We need to get going. So basically what's going to happen next session is that we will actually be going inside the Dame Vinny, and also the Pyrex versus Douglas event will happen.
Ah,
So
interesting.
do you guys want to head to your quarters?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you eventually make your way, and I still need to mark it on the map, but to give you reference of where the inn is located, the inn is located right over here, in this building here. There will eventually be a map for it, which will be available next session. For now, something utterly broke inside of it, and it keeps corrupting, so... unfortunately, that's not available. As you enter the inn, you see the tavern on full display. A warm, inviting fireplace greets you all. The tavern is busy, and you see other adventurers from the various groups that have arrived with you in there, grabbing simple meals, making idle chatter, and drinking to newfound friends and memories. The barkeeper, a pink female Kieran, fills people's orders there. If you would like a room, it says as like a little post-it note, yeah, please see the barkeeper and she will assign you rooms.
Right, on to the pink mare, pink Kieran.
Question, how do I write in my chef's tools? Because I remember that was something that I had, that was something I got last, like with our background thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it anywhere. It's just proficiency.
I can add it for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. You
Intelligence.
just click the little cog wheel at the top right after you click the wrench, and then you can add it from there. There you go. Should be added to your sheet.
Right, got it. Also, my intelligence needs a bit of a boost. Same reasons. Like, that was also the wrench, wasn't?
Yeah, and I went ahead and updated it for you as well.
Thank you.
No problem. As you go ahead and go up to the pink Kirin auto, she goes ahead and smiles at you. Hey, good to see some newcomers. What's your name? It's good to always see a new adventuring group come around here. It's not often that new adventurers come every 5 years. But, hi. Would you like your rooms?
Yes. My name is Otto.
Good to meet you, Otto.
Blomqvist.
My name is Peculia.
Nice to meet you, madam. I'm Grendel.
I see that you are quite the tough-looking one. Good to meet you, Grendel.
Hello,
Heck
Peculiar. Do.
Good to meet you, Do. So you wanted your rooms? She goes ahead and looks under the counter, kind of like moving glasses as a little tink goes by, and she pulls out a pamphlet and a set of keys. The pamphlet reads, "Your room and you." And just follow the numbers and you will be led right to your room.
Is this brochure animated like the previous one?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Magic permeates all throughout this place, and as you're about to see, so yeah. As you head towards, do you guys head towards your room, or are you gonna stick around in tavern? It's up to you.
I think Otto is going to turn in. Just explore it, see what it's up.
Sure.
Grendel, I think, needs to collect his thoughts upstairs.
No problem.
I'll hang out in the common room for a little bit.
Okay. So, as you head towards your room, it looks like any other tavern kind of hallway or door here. Things are kind of noisy around here, and that doesn't bode well for you trying to sleep. However, as you enter your joint room, the vibe of the atmosphere changes. And since you have spellcasting ability, go ahead and roll Arcana.
I sure do now. Did not before. Alright. Arcana. $10.
Okay. With the 10, you're not exactly certain what's happening, but you feel a sense of magical type silence helping damp the noise. And as you close the door behind you, the outside noise cuts completely. And you go ahead and open the pamphlet, and it tells you directly on the front page in big red letters, as it's the main staple of these rooms. You read that the deed tells that the room can change its location on whatever site you would like to see. If, for example, you want a view of the Celestial Mountains, you can change the view to your room to match that. The depths of the room will fall away into endless mountains, and the location is, by all intents and purposes, not real, and still confides into the same square footage of your room. This means that if you wanted to live out in the middle of a desert, for example, with your own little place and hut, you can do so, and the atmosphere will change to reflect that. This is all completely set by you if you would like. On the pamphlet, it also reads out a few bulletin lists. Basic food and drink are provided but give no benefit. Room service is provided for cleaning if you choose to. Laundry is available with room service provided at no cost. Leave your clothes, armor, and weapons on the bed and they will be attended to. Note, if you prefer a manual clean, you will be charged 5 CP. Food delivery is also available provided you use the service Door to Hoof. These menu stone tablets are provided if you swipe your ID. And it will go ahead and tell you that your status magic, if you go ahead and just like activate it, that's your ID. The service desk is available from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. They can answer you for any maintenance needed or any questions that you may have. Stays of the Griffin's Nest also get a 20% discount on the spa. There's also a free swimming and fitness area. It's located in the main hall from when you first broke off from the tavern. It is 3 doors down and on your left. There's also conference rooms, occupancy of 10, 20, and 300. And it is available upon request through the service desk. Please schedule first. Welcome to the Griffin's Nest. We hope you enjoy your stay. P.S. If you are a newcomer, do know that you can upgrade your room. Visit Mistra and Papyrus Peculiarities. Note, you must be level 2 to enter. As you enter your room, you see a small kitchen with a hanging pot over the fireplace, a living room, a coat closet, a bathroom, and a shower of sorts. And 3 individual rooms. The individual rooms are the rooms that you can change to fit your desired aesthetic. Now, this is kind of where we will end session. That way we can go ahead and make our next session just be actually interactive and no longer a drawn-out story. I do apologize for this being a incredibly drawn-out story. 47,000 characters is what I just read, and of course all the other improv bits add on top of that. I need you guys to be honest, and I want you guys to speak freely. What do you think of this session, and what do you like and dislike? Starting with you, Do.
It was a rather long introduction, and it involved like a lot of characters from a whole lot of settings, especially at the beginning with that parade sort of deal.
Yes.
Which makes it kind of hard to remember it, except for like some certain parts that might stand out to us. As for the rest of it and describing the city, it was fairly good, I suppose. It's really interesting that the whole city is like under this big sheet of like magical glass, or like through a portal, or however you describe it. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this will shape out, where it'll lead. And
this is one of the concerns that I had for when I put you guys into Batavia, is that it's a lot. There's a lot here. There's too much here. And there's no real good way of easing yourself in without having any sort of vital information. I did make the decision to just front load the information, and that way we can kind of understand the general basic layout, but the more detailed versions of these things will be hashed out lorefully as events happen in the area of that particular part of the city. Which is also why I went ahead and segmented off shops and various places that you could go to by levels as well. Because there, like I keep saying, there is too much here to really just kind of throw you inside. Now, Epsilon, what did you think?
So I think I'm kind of mirror a lot of things too. Is that it was a lot of description. And I think like each element had its own set piece. although it was at least for the player perspective, a session of endurance of having to keep track of stuff because there was so much thrown at us.
Yes.
And it would have been wonderful to fully explore those little bits. But like we had to like whisk by it, or again like the whole parade. Of course, I think that's probably going to be one of the sticking points.
Yeah.
It's just like there are so many people, and all of them effectively have their own story, but we kind of get brushed along, and then everything else kind of brought to us. Almost to what Ledbed had described earlier is like, it's a lot to take in.
Mhm.
And I feel that way is similar. I think next session we will certainly be well off. We'll have our 2 weeks to kind of sit and digest things and be kind of going, okay, now I can understand things, but it's certainly a lot. Like, effectively, like with the rune glass, the exorbitance and expense of it, and also just the scaling and the size of it. The first map was like, okay, this is pretty big, and whatnot, and then there's like an entire new level, and you're like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Each with their own shops and portals and things like that. So I think a lot of it is a lot of like information saturation.
Yep.
And yeah, I think a few of us might have had like some itchy trigger fingers, so to speak. With just like we'd like to have a little bit more of influence. But I think again, given that this was going to be the session that we were just going to be introduced to each other, winding down from a duet session to more of a group setting, and like introducing our characters, introducing the setting, yeah, I think that's fine. I look forward to the future sessions because that's where we'll be able to have, to understand each other's characters a little bit better, jive a little bit. I know, when I was playing Otto, for example, he stated that he wasn't going to get along with Dew's character, but that's for lore reasons.
Yeah.
Out of character, I have no issues, and effectively, I'll be playing Otto to kind of getting more comfortable. But again, it's just working that way in for role playing.
Yep.
So yeah, it's one of the necessities that we had to have had, but I think once we get past it in the coming sessions, we'll be fine.
Another one of the reasons why I went ahead and front-loaded things is that, as two of you have pointed out during the background, is that I like to put too much detail, too much monologuing, too much story into little things. That it's just kind of overwhelming. So I made the decision to front-load it. That way future sessions could not be like this, and that way it's more interactive between each other of where you want to go and stuff. I would much rather have one lower session of rating than having an equal amount of sessions, all of them with their monologuing time in them. So that is another reason why I decided to front-load things, is to help condense things for later. Led, what are your thoughts?
I have a lot. So throughout the session, are you still recording, by the way? I
am. Everything is always recording.
So throughout the session, I was kind of taking notes, because I will admit, I was kind of zoning out from time to time, especially during that kind of middle section. I will get into that later. But I have taken several notes, some of which I thought about passing to you privately in DMs, like I said earlier. One of them is quite lengthy, but I'll see if I can go through these.
Okay.
So, first of all, yeah, you did kind of go all out, and you went on for a while during the beginning. You did warn us about this. I thought there'd be a bit near the start where we all kind of meet up and we're like, "Oh, hi everyone," before we actually go in. But now we went straight to the march. I tend not to share information until it becomes relevant to ease my players in. You didn't do that for reasons that you have explained, but I will warn you there will be bits that inevitably fall out or fade away with time.
And that's fine.
Me in particular, I have been quite stressed recently, and due to psychological issues, that may cause me to forget a lot of information unless I then play that out, i.e. I get instructed to do something, and then I do that thing, not, oh hey, here's a instruction manual. It's just how I work, but
So
I
about
will
that,
say you did a very good job.
I don't mind if people forget things or forget most things that I spoke here, especially. Because I simply know what the nature is for having a session like this, and that it is, in fact, damaging for the very fact that there's too much. You will forget one thought comes in to replace another, basically. So if at any point you guys forget things about here, I'm not going to take it to heart and being like, oh, well, you should have remembered, you should have kept notes. That is absolutely not how I am, and if you ever feel like you have forgotten something and need some help remembering it, I'm more than happy to share back at you about what it was, because, again, like, I know how it is as a player to come across a brand new world and then, whoa, be upon you, here's a bunch of new mechanics and creatures and faces and lore, now eat it and enjoy it. I don't know. I wouldn't say worry about it in terms of remembering.
Okay, next note. Great high fantasy setting great use of high fantasy setting descriptions. I feel you've really went and taken advantage of what that can offer you. You did a splendid job with the descriptions. The highlight for me was the wall, just oh my goodness, the wall, and the walk afterwards. The sheer amount of not just tokens but unique tokens you put on screen was just insane. I've been doing this for 5 years. Even I haven't went that far before.
I have to agree, that is a really big strength of you. Just like being able to describe all this and having all these set pieces set up. Like, this area looks freaking amazing here.
Thank you.
I gotta say, the market.
Oh my, and just the little touches too, like the dragon with confetti. That, oh my goodness.
Like I said, I'm gonna be brushing that out of my hair for weeks.
Oh my, the maps too. They were great. I also do a lot of map making, and I was actually kind of curious if the map that we're on is publicly available. Because oh goodness, I may need to take notes for my game.
I have tried desperately to get the artist, but he kept lying to me about, oh, I can't push this publicly onto Incarnate. It just won't let me. That's not how it works. Despite the world map of Batavia having custom assets and it being able to be cloned publicly by me and have my own version of it, the artist just he lied to me about it. And unfortunately, I don't have the Incarnate map file, but I did try desperately to get it. This is a commission that I got, that I paid for. Everything that you see here as part of the world map or part of Batavia itself is all custom commissioned.
Dang it, figures, yeah.
I apologize.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's alright, no huge loss. What else? Right, your descriptions for the city was phenomenal. That middle bit there with the reveal, that came as a genuine and lovely surprise. That's great world building there. Like, oh hey, it's a big moat. No, psych, second layer of the city, dumbass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can even see the paths and everything with like little runes. That, yeah, good on you there.
Thank you.
Good on the map, the map maker there. What else? Right, so I should have said this in character a little bit ago, but it only occurred to me a little bit ago. What's the in-character reason for us not being able to visit certain vendors until we reach a certain level?
The in-character reason that I could say is due to price. The second thing that I could also say is that you're not an established full-fledged member. I will tell you that most of the shops open up at level 3. It is planned that your first dungeon will get you to level 2 if you play your cards right, and level 3 is when the vast majority of shops open up. There's only 3 that are closed. And the reason why those 3 are closed is because they dabble in much more superior forms of advanced magic is a very loose way that I can put it. If you remember the spells that I gave you, you remember those tags? Well, those closed shops are dealing with those advanced sort of items.
Okay, yeah.
I guess to tell the rest of you, there are certain divine powers that you can receive. Again, Batavia is also a game that is meant to be roguelite in nature. And the 2 shops are divine. So those are much later in the game, after level 7. As for the 3rd shop, that will open up around level 5, at level 5 when you get to be part of the guild hall. And that's just locked because you have to be part of the guild, aka academy, the university.
Right. I still have one more thing to say to you, Bat, and it's the big one, so I'll only throw it at you when you're ready.
Absolutely.
Okay, you want me to say it out loud now, or?
Yeah, it's totally fine. I expect criticism every now and then.
Alright, you're a reasonable fellow, and so am I. Okay, so I'm not sure I was nor could have ever been ready for such an in-your-face fourth wall break with how the classes were explained.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little jarring. It just took me completely out of the moment, especially when you call out class-specific abilities mid-fight and spoke about it as if everyone's aware that this is 100% aware that video game mechanics exist and this world is artificial. It just killed my immersion with a cold iron knife.
No problem.
And I'm not gonna lie, it did kind of taint my mood for the rest of the session. A big plot point with my character is that leveling up for him is explained as him relearning old skills. He's rusty. This kind of conflicts with that. This is something I told you about. I'm not sure if it was ever addressed, but...
The way that I thought about it when you mentioned it is that your retraining of what you once knew is kind of being reflavored into leveling as fighter. But in addition to that, you're getting new fighter-like abilities such as Second Wind or Action Surge along with that.
Fair enough. As the session progressed, I did get more and more used to the idea. I was just so blindsided by it.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you credit, Bat. You put me directly in the mindset of my character in that moment.
And that's what I try to do. I hope you guys did feel immersed for the utter feel that I did there.
What crap am I reading?
I know the only reason why it blindsided you is because it was just a small text as part of the job post, or not job post, but player post, that led you to a link that gave you the entire spiel about it. It wasn't a in-your-face type of post where it's detailing everything there. Instead, it was just a linked post to point to you where it tells all this.
Yeah.
So
hidden away.
Yeah, the blindsided came from the fact due to that linked nature. For Do and Epsilon, do you feel like you were blindsided as far as the class abilities? Now, I know I did blindside a little bit about the UI, but that's because I only wrote like a text sentence describing that you can see other party members' health bars in like one of my posts. Were you
I mean, I
blindsided?
suppose I could. Oh, go ahead.
In terms of it, I wasn't sure how much it was gonna be like. Oh yeah, this is a thing that the characters in the world are going to acknowledge, or that it's like a part of
Hmm.
the world, or if it's just going to be like, yeah, you get this just because you're like the players and you can just sort of see this, you know.
Hmm.
It's really neat that it is, I guess, integrated into this society, and it is very video gamey esque.
It is.
It's nanomachine, son.
Would you
Okay,
have
yeah.
stated blindsided you though?
um, like, not entirely. Like, I knew it was gonna be like, hey, we're gonna have to talk about this
Mhm.
in terms of the game space and how we're gonna have to use our abilities and whatnot. The level of it, yeah, a little bit. I wasn't expecting to get like, oh, here's a status screen that you share amongst your party.
Here's your character sheet. Here's your UI. Here is your other not players health bar.
Click here for your
Here's
daily
your
login
intelligence.
bonus.
Oh, it's low.
So if
Yeah,
you
login bonus.
if you
Where's my ads?
if you do, and as well as Grendel for combat, you remember seeing health bars of your allies and the enemy and yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the result of the quote unquote in universe UI thing. Now I know obviously you weren't DNA grafted at that time, but also I said we're just using your level 1 character sheet as the stand-in for your background. So it's kind of a loreful exploration in order to help you guys, since you're only 3 party members in a party, in order to do combat encounters. Now, now, of course, it could have been done out of character. Absolutely, it could have. But then there's the ability that I have much later as part of the using Batavians in order to upgrade your skin grafting in order to call for aid for your allies. So I thought about that. There's also a system in place for the merchants that they have a relationship affinity mechanic to you. So I thought about that. So I went ahead and kind of combined this all into a friends list-esque thing. That way I, on my end, can kind of keep track of everything pretty easily and seamlessly. And for you guys, it would be a easy knowledge of disposition. No, it's
I feel
not
like this is like a necessary change just due to the amount of information and focus of us as the players. Is like we shouldn't need to be worried about the nuances of these, but rather just focus on the world itself as how I kind of feel that it is. Yeah, I mean, I would say my knee-jerk reaction for this was kind of, I guess, similar to Led's, just because I am used to a very grounded setting for my campaigns and things like that. So naturally, of course, I totally do agree with you, like for again, like immersion stuff, right? Or again, like that's some things I had with to begin with. But again, I think it's but I did lose sight of like the larger picture in general. It's like I think it's like a new thing, and it's how the world of Batavia will work. To be fair, like I guess I have seen shows or other kind of video games do nods to these kind of things, and it was just kind of like, okay, I just have to position myself that this is going to be how it is. And I think it's not going to detract at all. And again, it's going to allow us to focus on the elements that are more interesting to the campaign. It's the reason why there was a big disclaimer about grim dark, because that's again more of the story, the immersion, the intricacy of it is the much more important part that we should focus on. And the selling point is that, like, at least for me, I'm not going to get tripped up on a few nods here and there to things that might be minorly immersion breaking or stuff like that. But yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also in that same boat. I can jive with this, it's just the way that you framed it and flavored it. If it was framed in another way, not just like blatant video game isekai anime D&D mechanics, then I can jive with it. But as is, I'm worried it might become too distracting.
I get it. In terms of the MMO-esque feeling of having a UI on your screen, this is the extent of it. You have your party list in the top left that tells you their health and condition and like who they are as a person. This is quite literally the extent of it for that aspect of status magic. All it is for that. It's to one of the features of status magic is, as I mentioned, it allows you to view creature stat blocks. Because I want you guys to kind of build like a, I'm trying to think of that Fallout reference, the Wastelands Guide. I want you guys to build up like a Wastelands Guide. And as you defeat enemies, you become more knowledgeable against them. And that way you know what you're fighting up against inherently due to your history with them. This is, like I said, as part of the status magic. Now again, this is only for inside Deumvini or with allied party members. So when you're outside of Batavia, you don't see this UI. Like, you can activate your status magic and do that sort of thing in order to like verify your ID, but that's more of like electrical current that's unique to you. Inside the Deumvini, this is where the arcade-like aspect that I mentioned in the posting, since this game is meant to be arcadey and a roguelike, that is where the UI comes into play to display everybody's health or conditions or sheet.
It's just like the simulations.
Alright, fair enough. Again, I think it's going to depend on your execution how much this adds or takes away from the game. If it's just like a little side thing,
it's completely a side thing. Other than me stating like, yeah, this character uses flurry of blows, that's going to always be here. But in terms of the status magic and its UI element, this is it.
Right, lovely. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of information that, like, again, like Epsilon said, that you can give us in character without necessarily, playing the whole, it's a D&D thing. No, I am also very much attuned to a grounded setting, so, again, this game was a shock. But,
I understand it's a shock. The game was originally meant to be called Arcadia, way long ago, back 4 years ago. Because again, it's meant to be a arcadey-like game that is a roguelike. I eventually evolved the format into what you see here today with a lot of mechanics and relationship mechanics in order to help build out things. With that being said, I have repeatedly mentioned that you will come across genres of all categories, from high sci-fi to grimdark, and that the setting itself is just a high fantasy because, well, if you've ever watched high fantasy, they have a generalized concept, and then something is outlandish. Something is just beyond the normalcy of the rest of it. And here, this is the high fantasy part. Batavia, the classes. But the rest of the world don't have that.
Alright then.
Which will, change once we go, oh, we're done with the DMVD. I think we can make our way in the world, and then you promptly decide to show us an encounter and go, never mind, take me back.
Oh boy, the monster portal was nothing. The real world should be easy. Get slapped as soon as we exit the gate.
Was there any statements that you had, Len? Or anybody else?
You have put a lot, and I mean a lot of love into this game, and a lot of effort, and it's plain as day. And for that, I want to see where this goes. I want to stick around. I feel as though I owe you that much.
4 years of hard work.
Yeah.
Constantly thinking about it and having literally nobody to talk to about it. Because Mr. Epsilon over here was like, oh, I may want to join your game. I was like, okay, then you have to apply. That means I can't talk to you about anything at all, ever, about this. And he's like, I understand.
Yep.
I was like, okay, but you also understand that you could also not be chosen. And he's like, yep. And then somebody went ahead and submitted an application and asked if they could play as a tiefling. What the fuck? It's in the posting. They even publicly admitted that they said that they wanted to play as a tiefling. What are you doing here?
Can you choose something else?
So that was
of the selection.
That was your competition. Now there were actual good people other than that, but if I'm being honest, I'm kind of surprised at some of the people's postings for their resume. There was a lot of bad ones, and I was very surprised, like the tiefling person. But
I thought. Sorry.
Oh no, that was just like a. Never mind. Go ahead.
I thought I had more competition.
You did. I mean, I forget exactly how many applicants, but I believe there was 19 applicants in total. And there was a lot more people that questioned me before they put in an application about if they qualify. I turned a lot of people down to various reasons of, like, either I had experience of them, I've had knowledge of them, of how they interacted with other people in the past, or how they are in their games. And I made some hard decisions. I was willing to wait another year picking my people if that needed to be. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with executing anybody from the game, or if anything like that nature. Like, we're all here to have fun and to have a good immersive game. And there will be flaws to the game. And that is, in my eyes, acceptable. I am a DM that recognizes that I will have problems in the game. And I am open to them. Not open to invite them in, but open to handle them. I hope, Led, with your probably a little bit nervous to ask question, that I demonstrated that I'm not here to, like, blast you or put you on shame or be like, no, your opinion's wrong. But I'm willing to, like, completely talk things out as a normal adult, as I believe all situations like this would ever happen in the future. There will be things that each of you do not like, and there will be things that each of you do like. And I'm going to explore both. There will be times where you are uncomfortable in this game, and I'm going to push that ideology really hard against you. But the complete opposite is true as well. There will be times when you are at absolute bliss, laughing in jovial manner, and you're going to absolutely love this game. For example, Led, you remembered when I pushed pretty hard on that exhaustion aspect, right?
Yeah, and that forced me to make forced me to make a very difficult decision.
Mm-hmm. I'm willing to.
A few of them, really.
I'm willing to push each of you into making these hard decisions, and you're not going to like it. That's human, and that is okay. You will probably get angry at me for doing so, but in retrospect, you will see that by pushing you to this boundary, you will come out satisfied. I wouldn't say happy. No, you'll come out satisfied that you went through that hard moment in this game, and that it was satisfying because the way, the path that you chose was carefully crafted by your wishes, through improv, and carefully orchestrated in such a way that you are immersed. When I pushed each of you, that is probably how your character feels. You will feel frustrated at times due to me throwing exhaustion at you time and time and time again, but then you're going to feel the relief, truly, as your character yet again, when the exhaustion lifts from you.
I will say, I was satisfied by how you answered my question there. I'm very thankful you were able to answer it like a reasonable adult. Not everybody has that ability, unfortunately.
And I most certainly didn't have that ability in my past as well. I've learned quite a lot from listening and watching other people's games, and through my experience of my own in real life about conflict in general. I'm not saying I will always be the best sound of mine, but I know for a fact I'm going to try my hardest to always be that way. And thankfully, at least, it does come natural to me now. That being said, talking about the other aspect, I'm sure each of you can recall a moment in your backstory game, led with you eating sushi with your father, Sushi, Epsilon, with you shooting with your grandfather, and Do, with you hanging out with your childhood best friend. Each of you felt like it was at peace, at home, laughter, and enjoying the moment and relishing in it. I'm offering that same experience always throughout, unless, of course, immersion calls for otherwise. You all are always at the top of my list, and I hope that when there does come a time where there is hardship, whether immersively in character or even out of character, that you can hopefully look into it and see that it's not so bad in retrospect. That being said, if there is any problems that there happens to arise from any of my dealings or anything like that, let me know as well. I may still push on you, but I may push in a different direction. That way I'm not attacking a singular point. So if you work with me, I will absolutely work with you and your desires. Because that's all I'm here for. I'm just here to give you a good, immersive game about a fun time in D&D. Do, if you remember your combat with your boss...
oh yes, it was quite memorable actually.
Yeah, there will be lots of good memories like that, and it's going to be a really cool time. There's lots of DM secrets and tricks I have learned and thought of over these 4 long years of doing nothing but thinking about this game. And I know, as all of you are DMs for your own games, are going to look at that and be like, oh, damn, I'm going to have to steal this. And I encourage you to. Like the confetti in the freaking valley. Steal it. Take it. It's all for good fun. Have your own players enjoy these memorable moments that are animated. But yeah, any other question?
Not from me. I think you've answered everything from me pretty well.
Okay. Any other statements anybody has?
I did like that in the parade I noticed a couple characters that stood out. Siegward of Katarina.
Give yourself a reference image. You are correct.
I also think Big Hat Logan was there next to him, but I'm not sure.
That is correct. That is a what reference? Do?
Dark Souls.
That is correct.
Yay.
Yep.
Big Hat.
Big Onion Woman. So, let's just take a moment to explore Batavia. So, you see... Let me get you all on the map since I think you guys are ahead of me. So, you see this little symbol down here, right? The little city that says Batavia?
Yeah.
If you go ahead and left click it, it teleports you to the map. This is in conjunction with all the maps of Batavia as they unlock. You can freely explore any of these maps at your own leisure. Now, going back through, I would like all of you to go to Mayor's Cafe. And I will put in a party token.
It does say I must select at least one token.
Yes, same here.
Okay. So in that case, I will go ahead and pull your tokens out here. So click on your token and then go click the thing. Why is your HP not showing?
Damn. Oh, damn.
Hey, I remember this video.
Every single building that you see that is unlocked to you is all unique. All of them custom handcrafted in terms of the walls, lighting, placement of things is by me. Everything has sound, everything has music, and every normal building also has a menu. If you double click on the food vendor mug icon, you will open up the shop list, and everything is well detailed out about what exactly it is.
I need to get control of my token.
Okay. Let me go ahead and just drag them out onto the...
Yeah, thanks.
Mine has multiple. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think I can move him.
I could... Excuse me.
Damn it.
I think my game
I
crashed.
did not think I would be able to buy swag from the food vendor.
How much is
What
swag?
token? No. I can't.
2 silver, 2 copper.
Oh yeah. Okay, good. I was worried there for a second that I didn't update its prices. So
No,
I will...
when you said gold was $100 and I remembered the shop prices, I was like, alrighty.
I can't move my token.
Give me a sec. I'm
I've got-
refreshing my page. It crashed on me.
Yeah, mine did
yeah,
too.
yeah, I'm frozen.
I
Oh,
think I
then it's
froze
probably
too.
crashed. I probably accidentally crashed because I clicked on a token and a staircase and dragged, and that probably confused the game and crashed it. So, interesting. So, yes, I will mention just real quick that the Forge Daybreak, which is the smithy, doesn't actually have the correct prices right now. I was currently working on that just before the session since I forgot it. But it will eventually be updated, so please just wait until, next game time.
You can't use the stairway, it looks disabled.
Oh boy. Which one?
It does look disabled.
At the...
Yep.
Over here. I can't use it. And I can't grab my token either.
It is disabled. Okay. Oops. There you go.
Police select at least one token. What's my token?
My token is no longer here. Ah, the joys of tabletop.
Goodness. Okay, if you go ahead and take your large selection tool and just select your token as a drag and use your arrow keys, you can move it. So that's a fix for it hiding underneath the
Thank
staircase.
God.
There you go.
I can't seem to find my token on the over map player.
Yeah, I don't think mine's even under the staircase.
Oh boy. Okay.
I am not
I
Harry
am
Potter.
putting yet more tokens onto the board. Hopefully that's... What should be happening is that your tokens are dragged to the next scene. Like, you will have... Yeah, you'll have to, drag...
hi there.
This is you. This is where you are at. So there should only be one that
It's even
exists.
cloned.
Okay.
Oh!
All
Which
right.
one was the
Go
real
on,
one? Which
reduce
one
to
was
atoms.
the clone?
They're all dead. All right, so as you could tell as you walk around, things are, as you have already expected, animated. There's sight, various sounds, and I will take you on a little bit of a better journey. This is also what you saw as part of the video. So let me go to the market and go to... There we go. So let me bring you...
I like that the walls work. I cannot walk through them.
Everything should hopefully be walled off. So I'm going to bring you to the night scene since it's a little bit more lively and it is transitioning to night. I will put your tokens out on board. Since this is a special scene, you technically wouldn't be able to access this normally. So as you can...
the Duke of Batavia.
So, as you can see... Oh my god, the Duke's not here. Don't look at him.
Oh my god. There's music?
There's music, cooking sound, crowd sound, there's everything. There's also the crackling of fire because, you know, cooking. If you go into the staff area, which feel free, you will hear unique stuff as well. So everything here, every map is like this also. Every single one, all of them. This is the detail that you're going to be put. You are slamming the door open and closed.
I'm sorry, like, the music, like, it actually gets quieter and muffled when I close the door.
Yeah.
This is so much effort put into it.
Yeah. So, every single map is detailed like this in its own little way. Of course, some maps are going to be more fun than others, right? But in lively scenes such as like a place like a shop, you will experience that. And as such, there will also be a time, though I have not set it up yet, where NPCs themselves will chat amongst a group of themselves. And you will get to see their conversations, which will be interesting. For now, I have not set that up because I was rushing to get everything finalized. Also, the menu of the night version is not fixed, I don't think. Oh, actually it is, never mind. Okay, that's good.
Sorry, I just... Door! Oh my goodness. Bat,
Yeah.
you do not... This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
But the good way. This is blowing my mind. Like, alternate ambience depending on where you are. Like, holy sh...
Yeah.
How? This feels like D&D Black Magic.
I will go ahead and screenshot and put it into Batavia General on what the lighting situation looks like. It's kind of fucked.
Oh. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, as you have heard with my autistic amount of details for characters or scenes, exactly translates into maps as well and living in them. When you are playing Batavia, you are not playing a normal game of D&D, which is why I kind of asked for more experienced people with D&D to be open-minded about what you might experience. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Welcome to Batavia. You can also like go all the way around the building, and you know, if there's windows, and that directly corresponds. Everything's all properly meshed, hopefully, in terms of the walls and stuff, the boundaries. I will take you on to another journey, which will be the Forge at Daybreak.
At some point, we have to sit down, Bat, and you need to teach me how to use Foundry.
No problem. I don't mind.
Oh my goodness.
So as you look around the Forge of Daybreaker, you hear the sounds of the smithy as you get closer to the smithy. If you go inside the shop, everything else is muffled, and you hear shop sounds. You hear everything you might want and imagine. You can see the literal glowing radiance of the forge if you look very closely at it. You can see the orange vapors bouncing off things, like a little bit like ray tracing. Not really, but...
Oh my gosh, it's muffled if you go behind the forge.
Yeah.
It's perfectly dark outside though. I went behind, but yeah.
Baidu.
Where am I? What is this?
Welcome to the secret. You're not supposed to be here. So, Do found a little secret. I was wondering if one of you would find it. It's in every map. Because this is the old legacy version of how I was going to do things. Instead of actually having a Batavia map, you were going to be introduced to this screen to help you navigate around the city. But then I decided, why would I do that when I can just have a map and make it a lot more immersive? So, congrats, you found one of the secrets. Yeah.
Flabbergasted. I have been bamboozled. I am shutting
This guy
down.
doesn't look shady at all.
Like, oh my goodness, like, oh wow. Normally I don't get like I don't lock up like this much mid session we've ended, but I don't normally do this as much. But oh my goodness, Bat, you have actually just blown me away.
Thanks. I've learned a lot.
Clearly.
I hope 4 years was worth it. After 4 years in development, I hope it was worth the wait.
Worth the wait.
You can add the reference since I know you get that.
Oh.
There's Astro Heart.
What is that? Todd Howard talking about Skyrim? Or...
Yeah, it's Gabe Newell. After 9 years in development, I hope it was worth the wait.
Yep.
Dude's currently in the first bank of Batavia, enjoying some nice jazzy music.
It is very atmospheric.
Trying to lockpick his way through the freaking door of the staff room. Yeah, I hope you can't get in there. You shouldn't be able to get in there, at least.
We'll see where I can and can't go.
Yeah. You're trying. He's just jiggling the locks right in front of the guard. Yeah.
I mean, being in the area isn't a crime.
Oh boy, I clicked the map things at the top and now it's loading and I'll go back to the Forge of Daybreak map. There we go. You can't use that stairway, it looks disabled.
Let me fix that. I might have done that because I didn't want you guys somehow to actually reveal Batavia. There you go. Should be unlocked.
Hey. Oh my goodness.
So if you go to the first bank of Batavia, that's where oh, my tab just crashed. Okay, Firefox. Never had that happen with this. There's some really fucking cool places, I gotta say, that I built up. But that will be later when you actually, go there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's the bank. Oh, hi there. Oh my goodness.
Hello there, Sigurd. Custom armor.
Yeah, again, prices aren't fixed yet. Not for the Forge. Everything else should be okay.
Yeah, no, this... Okay, you know how I said earlier the whole, D&D Isekai anime mechanics thing blindsided me? This is blindsided me too, but, like, in the good way. In the way you want to be blindsided. Oh my goodness, Bat.
Yeah.
How, like... Again... Okay. I can see now why you don't think very highly of Roll20.
No, Roll20 sucks. It blows. There's no reason to use Roll20 if you have Foundry. Especially since you have so much more storage. Quite infinite storage if you use local host options rather than Forge.
Yeah, I definitely don't know anything about storage limitations on Roll20. Nope.
Uh-huh.
Don't stop.
Oh, I've cloned myself again.
I have a feeling cloning is going to be a staple of here, apparently.
That's why they took our DNA.
So, as part of Batavia, the host screen will now be the Batavian, just Batavia City, the main city, and from there you should be able to, as you've already expected, I'm dragging you, so sorry. Who are you attacking?
My clone.
Oh. If you want your tokens back, you got to go to the last place you were. I can't. I shouldn't be putting clones everywhere. Let me also fix any portals that may be unlocked. Okay, portal should be okay. Okay.
Okay. That, it's
Yeah.
been great. I think I'm gonna jump off now.
No problem.
It's been almost 3 hours. You've blown me away. You've actually blown me away with that. Like, how is this how people born in the 1990s reacted to advancing graphics?
It's probably. Probably. Now, again, not all maps are cool, but there are
I
certainly
try to
ones
make
that
my maps
matter.
cool. I
There's
try to make
some-
my maps cool.
There's certainly some that are definitely really cool. For example, just to give you an idea, lead, if you remember that fire animated effect during battle, there
Yeah.
may be things like that or similar tastes.
Yeah. Alright. Have a good night, y'all, and thanks for hosting that.
No problem. Have a good night, man.
Yep, good night.
See you, Leadbed.
Bye. Bye.
And thanks again for hosting, for
Of
GMing.
course. No, not a problem at all.
I will catch you guys later.
See ya. And have a good one,
See ya.
too.
Yep, you too, man. Have a good one.